This slide compares RNA Seq normalization methods. CPM adjusts for sequencing depth only. TPM and RPKM also account for gene length but are not suited for differential expression. DECQ2's median of ratios and EdgeR's TMM additionally correct for RNA composition and are recommended for robust DE analysis. Once counts are generated, we move to downstream analysis. First, we verify that the experimental design matches our biological question. Then we explore sample relationships using clustering, correlation heat maps, hierarchical trees, and principal component analysis to detect groups, trends, and potential outliers. Here we extend downstream analysis with differential expression. After clustering using correlations, Euclidean distance, and PCA, we perform pairwise comparisons between conditions. The MA plot visualizes mean expression versus log fold change, helping us identify genes that are significantly up or down regulated. Differential expression results are summarized in tables listing base mean log2 fold change and adjusted p-values. We then quantify how many genes are significantly up or down regulated, check for outliers in low-count genes, and ensure that our conclusions are based on statistically robust signals. Because we test thousands of genes, raw p-values are not sufficient. A threshold of 0.05 would yield many false positives by chance. We therefore apply multiple testing corrections such as Benjamini-Hochberg, FDR, Bonferroni, or Q-value methods to control the expected false discovery rate. After identifying differentially expressed genes, we interpret their biological meaning. Gene ontology and gene set enrichment tools, such as GSEA, Enricher, Gorilla, and Panther, test whether specific pathways or functional categories are overrepresented, turning long gene lists into actionable insights. This slide summarizes the full RNA Seq workflow. We start from the sequencing run, demultiplex reads into FASTQ files, and perform quality control. Reads are mapped to the genome, quantified at the gene level, and counts undergo further QC. Finally, we conduct downstream statistical and biological analyses. Reproducibility is essential for credible RNA Seq studies. Pipelines and containers allow us to capture every step of the analysis so that results can be regenerated later by ourselves or by others, even when computing environments or personnel change over time. A pipeline is a defined sequence of actions, which software is used, with which parameters, and against which reference data. Workflow managers such as Nextflow and SnakeMake formalize this process, from FASTQ quality control through mapping and quantification to downstream analyses, ensuring consistency. Pipelines are implemented as scripts that document each step, inputs, commands, and outputs. Tools like Nextflow, SnakeMake, and the NF Core community provide reusable, peer-reviewed workflows. This scripting approach makes complex analyses transparent, shareable, and straightforward to rerun. Without robust reproducibility practices, sharing only FASTQ files and loose scripts is risky. Over time, software changes and undocumented parameters make it difficult for collaborators, or even ourselves, to regenerate the same results, undermining confidence in the findings. Reproducibility is challenged by variability. Software and reference databases are frequently updated, leading to version differences. Compatibility issues and changing file formats add complexity. In addition, staff turnover can result in loss of tacit knowledge if workflows are not fully documented. Containers such as Docker and Singularity address these issues by packaging software and all dependencies into a single versioned image. Running analyses inside containers ensures that the same tools and configurations are used every time, independent of the underlying hardware or operating system. By combining raw data, analysis scripts, and container images, we create a fully reproducible research package. This bundle can be shared with collaborators and the wider community, enabling others around the world to rerun our analyses and build confidently on our work. Public repositories such as NCBI's Gene Expression Omnibus and EMBL-EBI's ArrayExpress store processed and raw expression data. Depositing datasets there ensures long-term preservation, facilitates data discovery, and allows independent groups to reanalyze or integrate our results. To conclude, we have reviewed the RNA Seq workflow from normalization and downstream analysis to reproducibility and data sharing. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome any questions or comments on how these practices can support your projects.